I'm from East Palestine, 1.5 mile away from the derailment and the fires. It's still a very unfinished, confusing situation, obviously. It's been traumatic. We're experiencing the environmental in a huge way, at a time and a place in history where we're being overwhelmed by toxicity. Communication was poor from the beginning between agencies and the public.
Please don't run away, go. I'm scared as hell, everybody else. I am too, and I'm originally from.
Why didn't the siren go? Like tornado or something. That didn't happen.
The media was flooding the town, especially the first few weeks, the first few months. And the reason that troubled me is because it was like, do you really care what happened here? Or are you just trying to score media points? And the big word would be division. Part of the stress for people is not being able to understand why old friends and neighbors and even family are turning against them, not being able to have conversations with them, feeling unseen and unheard. And that division, of course, is increasing.
Everybody in that town knows everybody. You know their families, you know who they're married to.
I thought that, being from a small town like that everybody would have each other's back. But since this happened, people that I thought I knew, well, evidently I don't know very well. I mean, it's to the point now that I'm not even sure if they did see everything was right, say that everything's right in town, that I'd even want to live there because of the division that this has caused between people.
You could go to any major environmental disaster that impacted communities. And in every one of those cases, you're going to see this community division. Every single one of them. And it's going to divide on very clear lines. And one is going to be the economic well-being and future potential or prospects of the community. And the other is going to be the public health situation and how many people are ill and how many can expect to be ill. We're hearing, you're making it up. It's all fake. It's not real. You're claiming symptoms for the money. There's such a string of various rationalizations that are all about denial. And I see where they're coming from, and I see the threat that they feel. But it goes back to the point, if that becomes strong enough and if that becomes deep enough, you get where some neighbor that you've known their entire lives walks into church with cancer and you snub them. And that's insane. So we're really hoping that, we can bring some unity to the community before anything accelerates beyond where it is. And I think advocacy and education are going to be extremely important in the future. So we're dealing with the political, we're dealing with the environmental, we're talking about division. Well, obviously we're seeing that worldwide. It's like we became a microcosm of all those other huge forces. The entire community was impacted and traumatized. Even those that think everything is fine and lovely. It's probably some of the most important impacting social areas in our lives. And they all did come to the center in East Palestine.
Palestine at 1020 East Taggart Street. The train derailment approximately 100 tankers caught fire.
They're ceasing fire operation until they can identify the chemicals in the tanker.